Howdy folks, Bitzu here, and welcome to the next installment of BitszuCraft. In today's episode, I am going to get an automatic fish farm put together, and I'm planning on making it fully AFK as well. So I'm going to stick it over in this region just so that when I'm fishing, I've got the iron farm loaded and running at the same time. Alrighty, let's get to work. Alright, ladies and gents, as far as the placement of this is concerned, I thought it would be kind of nice to take this little valley here that's sort of between the village and where I'm starting to build everything, and flood it with water and turn this into a bit of a pond, and then maybe have a little bit of a creek kind of trickling down into it. And I thought, what better place to have a bit of a little fishing chalet than up on top of this overlooking the valley. So I'm just going to take that back and in by a few blocks just to give us room to both build the mechanism on the inside plus plus give us room to build like an actual building around this guy. So let's plop it right about here. Sure, why the heck not? Now the build for this is actually fairly easy. It doesn't take a whole lot of resources. We're just going to plop a chest down there with a hopper feeding into it. And on top of said hopper, we will stick a pressure plate. And we'll just put a fence in front of that guy. Now, where's my cobblestone at? There we go. Then we'll come around to the front here. And this post here, that's where the water will be sitting. So we'll just build up around it a little bit. There we go. And then apparently jump off. There we go. And then these side pieces, they need to come over and up by one. And we'll do the same here. And then the back side, we'll build a little platform out on the one side, and it comes out by one as well. And that, my friends, is pretty much it for the actual build. One last thing is we need a couple of temporary blocks here so that we can slap a trap door right on the face of this guy. There we go. Get rid of those two. And now for the redstoning. That's it. That's all for the build. Okay. The goofy thing that makes this work is we need ourselves a note block. We need a block here behind the water that is something we can left click on for the system to work. Then it's simply a torch up here with some redstone on top, and that'll trigger the door. And then we just have a repeater coming into here. I'm not sure about the timing on this guy, so we'll just set it to 4 ticks for now. That should probably be good. And then a couple of tripwire hooks and a string, and we are finished. Tripwire hook, string on the face of them, and then our bucket of water goes in that little gap right there. And that is that. The way this sucker works is you just belly up to this here, and you aim at the trapdoor, and boom. The trapdoor gets triggered by the tripwire hook and will hold open until you actually draw a fish. I'm just going to sit here until I actually catch something, which hopefully won't take too long. Sometimes it happens in seconds, sometimes it takes like a very long time. There we go. It triggers the door, you retract your rod, and unfortunately mine just broke, but check it out. We got ourselves a salmon. Beauty, beauty. She's working. Okay, now we just have to build a building around this guy. And I think as well, I'm going to put, for the time being anyway, I'm going to put a dispenser rig with another chest here that will spit fishing rods at me. So let's get that up and running. Okay, let's get ourselves a fishing rod dispenser and return system put in place here. I'm going to want the chest here just so it's symmetrical with this side. So I think that's going to give me some spacing issues. I'm going to want the droppers right here facing toward me. So I'm going to need to go down by 3, I think, in order to get those two lines so they don't intersect. Okie doke. I'm going to want some droppers facing up into the, oops, into the chest, so that all of the items that get sucked up by the dropper or the hopper chain I'm standing on get put back straight into the chest. So ploppity, oops, plop, and one more. Then we'll stick the chest on top of those guys. Have it facing the same direction here. There we go. So I'm going to need a hopper chain coming from there up to here. That's good stuff. This is something I did not do in the cobble generator, which I think I probably should have. There we go. There's that. Now, do I have some carpet to stick on top? I thought I had a piece. Yes, I do. There we go. And wow, those guys are super loud, hey? Plop. There's that. Okay, we just need a bit of a circuit down here to make this thing fire. And we'll get to that. I'm just going to clear out a bit of space here so I can kind of run around, get this put together. Okay, and then from here, we need a hopper sucking out into a dispenser sticking straight up. Perfect. Except I think I'm out of dispensers. Yes, I am. Okay, let's quick craft a couple more. Okie doke. Now, yeah, I'll be able to just have that come straight across. Okay. I'll stick a junk block here, and then a, yep, it'll be on this level here is where the droppers start. Okay, so one facing straight up, and then in the cobble generator I had one facing straight out, but I had trouble with this sucking it up before I could pick it up, so I'm going to try something a little bit different and have it actually come up by one and spit at me at head height and see if that makes any difference. And then just to make sure that it doesn't end up going anywhere and to keep it kind of symmetrical as far as the build is concerned, let's pop a wall up there. Alrighty. Now all I need is a timer to fire this line of hoppers and this line of hoppers, and we are golden. Okay, the way redstone works most of the time is if I was to power this block, the ones diagonally above and below should get powered as well. So if that's the case, that means I only need to pulse these middle two and have this whole line working. So let's just test that just to make sure I'm remembering things correctly. We'll just put a single piece of granite in each of these droppers and throw one on the floor, whatever. There we go. And let's just run around here and we'll toggle this a couple of times. There's 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Okay, that does work. So that just means I need to put a bit of a clock down here and have it pulsing this guy, and we're good to go. Excellent. Now I'll just have to figure out how exactly to fit that in this space. Okay, I'll get back to you. I cleared out some space for us to be able to work down here. Not sure how much of this we're going to need, but I figured first order of business is let's place our lever so we know where we're heading from. I'll plop that on the wall right here, and we'll have that come down into one of these little burnout towers here so that we can have it a toggleable system. And the most efficient way I can think of doing this is to have a comparator facing into each of those middle blocks. So let's just get that in place so we know exactly what we're aiming for. There we go. Now, I guess let's just slap a hopper timer down here. Whoops. Plop him there. And hopper into him. And hopper into him. Oh, what the hey, let's throw some diorite in there. Now that should be working already on this side. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Now we just need to bring that signal up to here. Oh, and it's perfect spacing. So all we need to do, I think, is we'll have another comparator coming out of here. And we'll have it power a block with a torch on top of it. With a block on top of that to power this comparator. Beautiful. Excellent. They are both working. Okay, I've got the system cleared out. Now let's give it a proper test. We will stick... oh, I don't know. What's a good number? There we go. 7 stone in the chest. They should get sucked down into the system. We will turn it on. Excellent. It's giving them all to us. But if it weren't to give them to us, let's step out of the way. Beautiful. They're getting pulled back into the system. Well, that one shot a little bit high. Now that should cycle around and come back again. Should. What do we got going on here? Let me double check this. Alright, shut you off because that's getting annoying. Oh. That's not firing this guy? Oh, is it being powered by this? Crap. Okay, so that should be easy to fix, I think, if we put that here. And then there. Oh, nope, that's not going to work because that will stay powered either way. Yeah. Crap. Okay, let's move that. Oh, here I thought I was so clever. Okay. We got to go about this slightly different then. So I'll bring the power down to this sucker from here. So that needs to be a torch with redstone on top. And then that needs to be a torch. Will that work? No, because then that one won't burn out because there's no redstone on top of it. Crumb. Okay. Dilemma. What if this is on the side then instead? Then we can bring that down to this level. Not that level, this level. There we go. Ah, redstoning live on camera. And I just broke my pickaxe. Okay, now... Nope, that's the wrong spot again too. There we go. So that needs to have a dot of redstone on top. And then this can be a torch. There, that should work. Let's see. Or not? Why is that not burning out? Because it's one too low. Duh. Duh, duh, duh. Okay, try that again, shall we? Torch there. With redstone on top of that guy. Okay, now that powers this. Now if I were to... do that? Beautiful. Okay. Oofda! Now let's just make sure that that is actually triggering this guy. Actually, let's make sure it's triggering all three. We will put 1, 2, 3 pieces of granite into there, so that should feed that bottom hopper. We'll turn the sucker on. 1, 2, 3 pieces of granite. Beautiful! Okay, now it's working. Okay, so the redstone is done. Now we just need to build a building around this sucker. And it's getting so stone heavy over here between all the smooth stone and the cobble and this ugly monstrosity. I think I'm going to go for a wooden and perhaps wool building around that. So let's get some sleep and get cracking in the morning. Well, I started off with just a smooth stone frame around the door, and I've got another one of these just stupid trapdoor doors for the time being. Yeah, at least until I move the iron farm and I don't have to worry about doors screwing up my rates for the iron farm. And ooh, I guess I should replace this grass that's in here too, hey? There. That looks a bit better. Alright. And as far as the walls are concerned, I'm thinking I'm just going to oak plank it up. And I want to make this like as small as I can. Looks like it's got to be out to at least here because of this dot of redstone there. That's the only issue with this build, is it feels like it's about 1 block too wide. I guess I could put the wall here. And then, oh, I don't know. Hide that with a shrub or something? What the heck? Let's do it. Now, do I want a window in here as well? What would it be facing? Not a whole heck of a lot. But I kind of like that. Let's do it. And do we go out the same distance on this side, or do we make it asymmetrical? So we could just pretty much take this straight back and call it a day. Nah, let's make it symmetrical. And then how far back do we go? Well, let's just go the minimum distance required. There we go. And, this extra space here, I guess, maybe we should put another doorway into the side here, and we can just have like a spare bed and junk like that, maybe a couple of chests in there, so that yeah, that's a good idea. So that if I'm in the middle of an AFK session, when I come back to my computer, if it's the middle of the night, I can just boop, pop into that bed, wake up, all the mobs will die, and then I can just leave from there. Yeah, I like that idea. Okie dokie. And then if I end up running out of space in this guy too, I could maybe even like include a bit more of a storage area back here. Yeah, that's just feeding straight in. I could just have it pump out of this guy and up into more chests. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. Well, let's cobblestone up the floor then. Okay, floor's down. And I just kind of framed out the basic space here. Just trying to figure out where exactly I would like to stick the windows and the door. And I'm thinking, oh, why the heck not? Let's have the door on the back side centered, and then we can have a two-eyed window on either side. And then for here, let's bring each side in, and then that leaves us a gap of, that's uneven, that's 4. Well, what the heck, let's just have 2 little porthole windows. There we go. Yeah, and stuck some trapdoors in the windows just to make them look more like windows. And unfortunately this gap here, there's no way to cover that without the trapdoor kind of flapping open and shut while the system is running. So I'm just going to, I need a fence post. I'm just going to plant a little shrub right there and call it done. Now, I'm going to move this stuff into that little hut there, just so that it's not out in the open. And man, I turned my volume way down, but those guys, they're just making a racket. And apparently my inventory's full. So it's a good thing we're moving an extra chest in here then, I suppose. Now we'll just put some of this stuff over yonder. And then we have to think about what the heck we want to do for the roof on this sucker. Yeah, that might be interesting. So let's go ploppity, ploppity, ploppity? What the heck? And I'll just fill this up with some of the crud that's in my inventory right now and go grab the rest of that stuff. Oh, I'm not going to want it there. I won't be able to get around the bed. Let's move that to, let's see, yeah, we'll put the furnace right here on the back of the existing chest. There we go. And then we'll put this single chest in the corner. Good enough. Alright, let's go get that other junk before it despawns. And then figure out a roof line for this sucker. Honestly, I don't know. Gonna want it to be pretty shallow, I think. Maybe just half slab it with... Well, I really like the darker colors for roofs. It'll be kind of dark in here once it's put together, but I can light it up with torches. Maybe spruce planks like I did for the roof on the house. Yeah, and then we'll just half slab it so it's a real gentle slope. Okay, there's a plan. I'll get that up and running, and I'll get back to you. Well, experimenting with having it not just the shallow peak of the gradual step with the half slabs, but having it gradually curve outward as well. I'm kind of liking that. This looks a little, I don't know, stark, so I'm thinking maybe if I put an awning above that as well, and then maybe... Oh no, that won't connect because that's a bottom half. Maybe if I drop these... Yeah, I'll drop the sides down by one. And that'll give it a nice little gentle curve as well. Plop. And plop. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, I'll hack down another birch to get some wood for that, and as it stands now, that was just the peak that I did, so I'll extend that back. And I had another thought for covering this spot here. Instead of just shoving a shrub here, why don't I just build a nice little chimney? 'Cause why not? Yeah, have just a chimney peek up through the roof right at this point, and in fact, let's just do that right now. And then maybe have it come down to one right there. Oh, you know what would look good on top of that too? Fence. Okay, do I have... I think I've got... Yes, I do. Excellent. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, I'll slap that up there, and then I will get the rest of... this roof in place. See you in a tick. And there it is. Got me a chimney in place. Got the little gables over the doorways, and it is finished. Yeah. Spammed some light on the inside of this place. Now the only thing, I'm gonna need an absolute mess of string so I can make a whole whack load of fishing rods to stick in there. And as it stands right now, I think I've got a single piece of string to my name. Oh, I've got two. Okay, I've got enough for at least one fishing rod. So let's actually build that right now. What the heck? and we can give this thing a proper test. It's kind of unnecessary, but let's do a full test. Let's fill our entire inventory with junk except for one spot. And let's chuck our fishing rod into the system. I guess I could have put it in the chest. And turn the sucker on. Now I should, yep, get me a fishing rod. And now I just have to go AFK. Alrighty, I will let this run for a little while, and I'll come back once it's run out, and I will see how much fish we got. Cool beans. See you in a tick. And there it is. Its last use. Alright, let's see what we got here. Ta-da! A torch. Huh, I think I probably dropped that in there. I don't think you can fish out a torch. But all this is junk you can find in the sea. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. Now, is it daylight? It's daylight. Cool beans. Well, after I deal with this guy out here... Oh crap! Ah! Get out of my face, bro! Man, I'm on fire. I'll get rid of this bro as well. Come on, dude. Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it! There we go. Well, once I find myself some more string and I can construct myself another handful of fishing rods, hopefully I'll be able to get myself, a couple of enchanted books, and I can get started on making my enchanting room. And hopefully, if I'm real lucky, I'll get myself an enchanted fishing rod, and it'll just kind of increase the productivity of this sucker here. But for the meantime, at this point, I'm going to say toodly pipski. And as always, if you like what you see, go ahead and smack that like button. And if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. Any comments, suggestions, or any tips, tricks, something you want to watch me build, or even if you just want to say hi, go ahead and leave some comments down below. Alrighty, I will see you in the next episode.